Yo, Dr. A and B. Yo, applying pressure on these devils with divine lectures. Student of Malachi, York, I am the rhyme center. I've been on it since 2000, I vibe better. Blue House, master third degree, it's life's nectar. I got that power of right knowledge, we call it second. They don't live it, they only talking right out their rectum. Pushing out that BS, talking and just pretending. These liars are gas, they frontin' in class. They hide behind signs and symbols and controlling the map. This ain't a game black from way back. You better change that, it's freedom in the music. They think I be the nuisance. They puppet master weak brothers and push them to confusion. These cowards claim they're leaders but misleading and abusing. Powers of the illusion, never live by the truth. And you call yourself elites, but I see you acting stupid. I'm standing up for real guard soldiers building a union. This is dedicated to Edith C. Estorine, my mother. R.I.P. Because of my mom, I had to take a certain step. Because of my mom, I had to earn my respect. Because of my mom, I had to work for what I get. Because of my mom, I had a different type of rep. Because of my mom, I have a vision for myself. Because of my mom, I have a goal to gain my wealth. Because of my mom, the discipline I live is felt. Because of my mom, I see what's better for myself. Yo. Peace. This is Dr. A and B. Alright, real quick, right? I want to do this video so I can show people that I'm not playing when it comes to y'all saying certain things to me and thinking that I'm not going to respond to it or think that you eating because you have a difference of opinion. There's nothing wrong with having a difference of opinion on any post that I put. Nothing wrong with that. But when you start to go overboard, all right, you can rebuttal. I had plenty of people rebuttal. People that I respect, people that I actually buy from, people that I actually know. And the reason why is because I respect what they have to say. You know, baby steps. I didn't disagree with the baby steps. So here's what I wanted to show you, right? And you're going to see it on the screen, right? An actual boycott would go on and on until changes are made, not one day. That's all I said. And that's facts. Anybody that knows about the Montgomery boycott, that's the biggest example we have in the civil rights movement, was the Montgomery boycotts that Martin Luther King organized when Rosa Parks got arrested for sitting in the front of the bus. It was illegal for blacks to sit in the front if a white person said that you had to go to the back, and called us all types of N-words and all this other shit and went to the back. So when Rosa Parks did that, that sparked what we did, because that was their attempt to get white people to start treating us civil and start treating us right by doing the Montgomery boycott, bus boycotts. All right, and they did that for about 12 months. And what happened in the 12 months? They lost so much money that they had to change that. So it was baby steps. Those were the baby steps it took back then, but it was a little bit more critical then. Now we can go on buses and sit front, back, whatever the case may be, and do these things. Now, changes were made, and then they started going back on the bus. But there was organization as well. So me putting this post up is just to remind people that we have to continue to go. One of my rebuttals, they said, it's more days coming, bro. I get that, and I don't disagree. You know what I'm saying? This is from Brandon Grimes. I respect what he says because I buy from Brandon. He has his own shit. He Estrada. He has a couple of Van Allen, Estrada. He does the clothing, and he has his own landscape business, and he gets bread. Black brother, MC, just like I am. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I said. I said I would disagree, and I put in the comments. I said, yeah, easy, I know, but in order for a real change, we as a people gotta be real consistent in not supporting those businesses that seek to destroy our freedoms and liberties. So what that means is, after we do the blackout, right? We need to continue to spend our dollars with us. We shouldn't, or not support those businesses because the whole thing is centered around the DEI thing, right? So the whole DEI thing, you know what I'm saying, is like the inclusion of races and creeds like you know, the LGBTQ, African Americans, or, you know what I mean, all these different rights that were created back in the 70s, right, into the 80s, that was being dismantled by this presidency now, right, for whatever reasons, you know what I mean? And so Al Sharpton put together this blackout. We've done this before, by the way. Before this, we did this, I don't remember the year, it was recent though, but we've done this before. And the problem is that we're not consistent. I don't have a problem with the blackout because I do that anyway, right? But it's the consistency that we don't maintain. So it's not a pushback, you know what I'm saying? So there was another comment that was made by a sister I know, where she's saying baby steps, and, you know, you got to start somewhere. It's not about not starting it. I agree that we have to start somewhere. You know, I have a brother here. He says, you know, baby steps, bro. We teaching the babies right now. We got to get them walking at least. I get it, and I just, like I said before, right? I said we still can do that. I agree. I just think that a lot of us need to stick to the plan and moving without these devils. So if you notice, my message has been consistent. If people been reading the comments, it's been consistent. It's not, I haven't deviated from that, what I was saying, because we need to be consistent. So not only do you do the blackout, right? Stay consistent in not supporting those main chains. Now, mind you, disclaimer, I'm not telling you not to go to Target at all. I'm not telling you not to go to Walmart at all. I'm telling you, if you are going to protest, stick to the protest. If you're going to boycott, stick to the boycott and support your own if you can find, because there's a lot of black and brown businesses that sell the same things that we sell. Now, those black and brown businesses also have to, right, support the community. So you can't be treating black folks like shit because you're fucking Latino or whatever. No, you can't support things like that. You know what I'm saying? So don't go from one to another, because I'll tell you right now, those white businesses will change things and still try to treat you like shit in the future. You know what I mean? They've done it before. So, there was a brother that came down and he said, it's not even a boycott, it's a protest. We can't even name the shit right, let alone execute it. And that's a good point. And the reason why it's a good point is because when you're doing a blackout like that for one day, it's a protest against their system, right? So it's all about organization. When you protest, it's really about organizing and letting them know that we're not going to tolerate whatever, you know what I'm saying, the situation, and we need changes in order for us to support you, right? So he made a great point. You know, his name was Anthony Furious Styles Richardson. You know what I'm saying? Made a great point. You can't rebuttal that. That's a great point. You know what I'm saying? So the main point of this video is to show you some of the people that got emotional. And, you know, everybody has the right to feel how they feel. I just tell people, when you put things up like this, just to let you know, if you don't like being exposed, don't come on my post and try to, you know, attack me just because you are feeling a certain way. You could rebuttal, but don't come on here, try to think you're attacking me or trying to shit on me or think that I'm stupid or something, because truthfully, you can't hang on that level. And I'm not trying to like boast and tote my own horn, but what I'm saying is, when you come on here, you can rebuttal, but don't try to like shit on me and others that think like me, because we're not off on what we're saying. You know what I'm saying? So there's a sister named TT Nance. And how a public post like this helpful, I wonder. The verbiage is definitely off if the intent is to inspire. This appears judgmental. This right here is the key to your whole emotional response. You're saying it appears to be judgmental. Okay, so let's go back to the post. The post says, and you know what I mean? What does the post say? The post says an actual boycott would go on and on until changes are made. You said the verbiage is off. It's definitely off. This sounds like an emotional response. You know what I'm saying? And then you got the other sister here. Her name is Tanisha Keith. And I'm putting y'all names out there because you went on here. If you don't want to be put on here and you want to fight back, you want to do that, that's fine. It's all words to me. I don't give a shit. It's Facebook. You know what I'm saying? So she puts a screenshot. And she says, we are goofy as hell as a culture. All these black people on here bragging about their inability to organize the sickening. I guarantee every single person that commented knows nothing, and puts it in capitals, nothing about the intricacies of the stock market, but on here, quick to shut down black people trying to organize their dollars. That poor nigga have, she didn't spell have right, but it's probably a typo. I'm not gonna question our intelligence based on that. That's happened. You know? Minded shit is why we stay on the bottom. Right? And it made me laugh when I watched it, man, because people, they do that to make themselves have a point with something they disagree with. She puts another post up here, but I'm probably not going to share it on there. I literally teach financial literacy. The pushback against not spending spending for a day is not just about the dollars. It's about the power of collective action. The stock market plummeting shows exactly why this strategy matters. When black people organize, the economy feels it. All right, now the funny thing is, I agree with that. But you never question if what I know about it. That's the reason why I'm putting your shit out there, because you're putting this up here off of something where I said a actual boycott. An actual boycott is ongoing. It goes on and on until changes are made. You know what I'm saying? Not one day. So which means when you boycott, we should be organizing and supporting our own. I don't have to put all of that in the post, but clearly what I posted got people's attention. And the thing is, it's not, you know what I mean? If it got their attention, hopefully it gets their minds to start thinking, what can we do? Each individual has something to give to the mission. All right? Each individual. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I say that is because it's like, yo, like, what are we fighting about? What is your argument? If this is supposed to put an argument against what I'm saying, what do you argue about? Because I'm pretty much saying the same thing. You just actually broke down what I think. I think this way. You know what I'm saying? But you don't know that because you think my post is judgmental. I can care less if you think it's judgmental. You know what I mean? Just like I told the sister in response, I said, I don't care less it's judgmental. I just want people to freaking continue to go and keep it moving. Fuck the whole, like, yo, it seems judgmental. Okay, I judged you. So what? Let's keep this thing moving so we can win. Fuck all that. I don't come from that era where we're like, we sit there and get emotional about everybody's response, because if you get emotional about everybody's freaking post and everything, you know what stuff I see on a daily basis that is ignorant, that is foolish. And it's not from any of y'all on here, but it's like I see posts that people say things about men that's not true. People post about men saying things about women that's not true. And it's judgmental and it's not even right. What I said wasn't even wrong. You know what I'm saying? What you need to do is ask why I think that way. But you didn't do that. You just be like, well, it seems judgmental and it's off. That's because you're having an emotional response to it, and I don't understand why. Is it something that triggered you? Because if it triggered you, then take your hand off the trigger in the gun and put it down and start to think, what can we do to keep this going? If you're really about it, or you just really about looking the certain way. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you need to say it right. No, fuck all that, man. We ain't got time to say shit right to people all the time. I believe in respect, but I don't believe in just, and plus the post is not directed at anybody. It's not directed at our shopper. It's not directed at the people that are not shopping in Target and Walmart and all that. It's saying the protest should be ongoing. The boycott, if it's a boycott, it should be ongoing. Look for your local businesses that are mainly black. I live in Boston. There's only so many black businesses, and there's so many brown, black, Latinos and businesses and stuff like that actually support us. I go there. You know what I'm saying? It's difficult, but it can be done. That's all I'm saying. That's, I mean, so that's why it's like when I watch this, I laugh, and the reason why I put it out there because I do these type of content things all the time. So when people start trying to talk shit, I respond to it, and if you notice, I'm being respectful as possible. Back in the day, you wouldn't have got that from me. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't have got that from me. I'm telling you right now, I want to say even 4 years ago, you wouldn't have got that shit from me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really trying to be understanding when I even put this out here. You might get upset that I put your name out there. You might get upset, but you put yourself on my post. And I just want you to understand, both of these ladies that responded. All you got to do is ask why I say that way, why I think that way. If it bothers you, I don't know why it bothers you, because it is true. We need to continue to fight. You know what I'm saying? So y'all can let me know what you think. You can rebuttal. You can get upset. You can even do a video. It doesn't matter, especially if it's disrespectful and crazy and all that. I'm probably not even going to watch it. I'm probably not even going to read it. I'm just going to block it or whatever. But especially if it gets too much. But what I want people to understand is that my post was to at least get you to think. When you talk about inspire, people can inspire themselves. They get inspired by different things. It's not about necessarily inspiration. It's just get you to think. You find what you want to be inspired by. You know what I'm saying? You find what you want to be inspired by. Like if you're easily inspired by certain posts, and the thing is also to build dialogue, but it's also to get people to just remind people, like, listen, let's keep this thing going because this shit is getting out of hand. Because we got to remember the bigger picture. The bigger picture is what the government is doing against us. The bigger picture is what the businesses are doing against us. That's the bigger picture, not some post on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Post on Facebook is just a post on Facebook. It can go no more, no less than that. But people turn it into some big fucking problem because they have emotional unbalances to what is being said instead of actually thinking about it. And that's where I'm like, listen, if you want me to really be convinced that what you're saying is something useful to respond to, then ask the questions. Don't try to be like, oh, like people are goofy as hell and all of that shit right there is shit talk to me. And then I talk that type of shit too. And I don't expect people to pay attention to me when I'm talking that type of shit. Right? But when I say something that's actually like, yo, we should think about that, people want to get upset. Do you get upset at your history books that tell you that you was a slave? Do you get upset that, do you get upset when they put you in Netflix and all the movies and shows are about some scandal shit that black people do to show that black people with success and money and good looks can't hold down a relationship? Because most of those shows are showing you. Nobody speaks up against that. Was it mad when Good Times, they rebooted Good Times to make it more coonish than ever? You know what I'm saying? But, I don't know you and you don't know me, and that's what it is. But, we have to be more, we don't have to be so emotional to things you disagree with. You can ask, like, yo, what do you mean by that? Because I think it's a good thing. And I'm going to tell you, I do not disagree. You know what I'm saying? A blackout is good. I just think we should keep that blackout going because we have everything we need. There's plenty of people making amazing things. Ain't that a black, brown? So many people, we just got to look for them and see them and then make them famous. You know what I'm saying? So that's my response to that. I'm not going to respond to it anymore. I'm just going to let it be. I'm not going to block anybody. I'm not going to shit on nobody, but it is what it is. But if you come on my page, and for anybody future, come on my page and you type things to try to attack me, I attack back. That's just what it is. No disrespect to anybody. You know what I'm saying? Because we all are on the same side. We don't need another fight with each other. Fuck all that. Especially over Facebook. Fuck Facebook. You know what I'm saying? I don't even like these people. These people always flag at me for fucking like dumb shit. I be flagging like black couples staying together forever and they flag it. Oh, it just goes against community standards. I'm not gonna fight with black people about something I said. I don't have time for that. You know what I mean? I'll mention it, but I ain't got time to be sitting there going back and forth and doing all that goofy shit that rappers do and some of these conscious community dudes do. You know what I'm saying? But I will mention it. We can connect on the inbox. It don't matter to me. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, this is Dr. A&B on Dr. A&B TV. Peace.